The Jeff Dwoskin Show presents Crossing the Streams with host Jeff Dwoskin, Bob Phillips, Ron Lippett, Howard Rosner, Sal D'Amelio, and Zach Wiseman, and today's special guest. Thank you for joining us as we talk about what we are streaming right here on Crossing the Streams.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BTB Podcast. Before we get started, I just want to say this episode is brought to you by Manscaped, our proud new sponsor of our show. We love them. They are fantastic. They are revolutionizing scaping of the men. No. So go to manscaped.com, type in BTB Crew, BTB Crew, BTB CREW. And that will be your promo code to get 20% off and free shipping. Also, we are running a contest now. Once we get to 250 subscribers on our YouTube channel, you get to win this Rick Deckard, or one of you lucky people will get to win this Rick Deckard Blade Runner vinyl pop. So, without further ado, we have a full house tonight. Everybody's watching. Everybody's kind of enjoying. We're going to be doing the nominations. But I want to bring on the video store crew. We are fully stocked. What's going on, Gerard?
What's going on, Pippa?
Jason, the Madman, and one I'm very excited to bring on because he hasn't been around. He was one of the original hosts of this show. Very excited to have him on tonight, Mr. Lonnie Reed Miller.
Hey, thank you for having me back.
Having you back, you're one of the faces.
I know, but time away here, but it's open arms and I love it. I love the enthusiasm.
Because you're a glorious human being, Lenny.
Well,
anyone who would do anything less is a piece of garbage. They belong to a scrap pile in Jersey.
We have so many people watching right now. I wonder why.
Could it be because we have something special? Yeah, it's because Lenny's here.
Well, that too.
Yeah, Lenny's it has nothing to do with anything else. It's because Lenny's here. So give him a big round of applause. The man, the myth, the legend. We're going to give him the honorary Casey Plot Award for excellence, achievements in lifetime of beating cancer.
Well,
that's awesome because I haven't even tried it yet. But way to go, Lenny!
Jeez, that's such a random award. But anytime anybody could always be kicking cancer's butt, it's share the award with everybody. Because it stinks.
You're a podcaster. You're kicking cancer's ass.
Yes.
And I feel like that deserves an award.
Well, thank you.
That is the trifecta of awesome.
I created the Snobbie Awards, so I can do whatever I want. But I do have guidelines. And we're going to get started on that now. And I do want to explain kind of everybody watching and everybody who submitted and such kind of what's going on. So the Snobbie Awards is our first year. We are going to put out the nominations in each category tonight. But how this worked was I offered out to everybody who has a show, as long as it was a podcast and as long as it was older than this year. So it had to start in 2021 or before. It could not start in 2020. Not 2021. I'm sorry, 2020. It could not have started in 2021. You will be eligible for next year's award show. So, and also we have a panel of judges who listened or watched all of your shows that you submitted to us.
So many.
And they did an amazing job. I am not one of those judges. I do listen to most of these shows, but I was excusing myself from that and also excusing anything Scene Snobs from being eligible, anything I'm on. So the judges listened and watched every show. They commented. They made comments and notes on them. They ranked them, rated them, I should say, not really ranked them, but rated them, and they offered up their insights into which categories they should be nominated for. I will not give out the judges' names right now because we still have to pick winners.
Well, we want to defend their integrity and also make sure they don't get any bribes.
Yeah,
because my bribes were way below board. Gerard, you would have been so disappointed in my bribes, man.
Was it the double-sided dildo?
Yeah, again. Every time.
Why? Like, they keep thinking you love that. Why? Like,
I had to pull out the actual, show the trophy. So, all right. So here's how this goes. We're going to announce the nominees in each category tonight. We also have a very fun topic to talk about. But here's what you win. So you get a certificate. This is a legit certificate I'm having made up that will be mailed to you. And everybody who is a part of the show actively gets a certificate with their name on it as a winner. You will also receive a transparent PNG of saying that you are a Snobbie Award winner that you can put on your logos. You also will be getting you also get invited back as a winner to be a judge if you choose to be next year. And this is the best part. This is
esteem of your colleagues.
What?
The esteem of your colleagues? Is that not a thing anymore?
Oh, the esteem of your colleagues, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And you get the shot glass trophy, everybody. The shot glass trophy. Everybody's getting a shot glass trophy because we are still poor here at the Scene Snobs, but we want to make sure that we take care of you and everybody gets a trophy. Not for participating, for winning. That's how we do things. So, with that, I mean, the certificate is going to be legit. Don't worry. That's as far. So the topic for tonight is game changers in pop culture. And I was thinking about this the other day. I put it up on TikTok, I think, so if everybody saw. I was showing my son the moonwalk. And I was thinking, I'm like, this was such a game changer in pop culture history. Like, things changed legit after that. And so I wanted to pose a question to all of you guys. Now, as we talk about this topic and as we go along, we will be naming all of the nominees, but we got to keep you here at least for a little while.
Mildly entertaining.
Mildly entertaining. So you guys go ahead. I'm going to go through the comments, and I'm also going to start queuing up the cards for the nominations.
All right, I got one to start it off. It's somebody that a lot of TV shows try to follow, and that's David Lynch with Twin Peaks. When Twin Peaks came out, it was a cultural phenomenon, and every show now, from Lost to Riverdale, has been chasing the success that was Twin Peaks by, including the mysteries into their television series, making it must-watch TV. I mean, a lot of the TV we have now, we wouldn't have if it hadn't been for Twin Peaks, because that inspired all of the TV creators we have now. Even shows like Psych. James Roday was inspired by Twin Peaks. And I know Damon Lindelof was inspired by Twin Peaks. Everywhere you go, shows are still being compared to Twin Peaks. And David Lynch, I know that he makes some weird movies and he's not so poppy in that area, but Twin Peaks especially is something that a lot of people have been chasing since the air.
I do want to say, based on some of these, that if you have not submitted, I'm sorry you didn't submit this year. You did have to submit this year. I did not submit anything. People submitted. I put it out there and said, please put your submissions. And they reached out to me and I submitted, or other shows or other people or fans submitted shows. And then I would reach out to those creators and say, hey, listen, you've been submitted. Would you like to do this? So please don't feel left out. Or
do feel left out, because that means everyone else was just much better than you.
No, don't do that.
No? Is that not? We're not doing that yet? We're not at Academy level yet?
No, we are not. We're going to replace the Academy. That's why, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Kids' Choice
That
Awards.
is why we are doing the award show on the night of the Academy, or the day of the Academy Awards. Because that's how this was birthed, really. Like, I was like, fuck the Academy, man.
Yes.
They picked some stupid shit. And I was like, and indie movies, like true indie movies, what's going on, Jimmy? True indie movies never really get the light of day, or indie filmmakers, especially when it comes to the thing. And I thought about it, I was like, I can't do a film awards, though. I'm a podcaster, and I have a podcast network. So I was like, but there's indie podcasts, and I want to celebrate them. And that's why I'm doing this.
Concur.
Stonks. Okay, so there's so many comments, but I want to get to the first one. So you guys keep talking as I pull up the card.
Well, Jason, I want to say that I absolutely agree. I think that the Twin Peaks phenomenon was such a huge deal, and it cast such a wide net, and it involved so many people and so many ideas at that point, because it had never truly been captured on film in that way. And when TV had 4 channels back in the day, that was a big deal. I mean, that absolutely captured people and kind of introduced this idea of a phenomenon that can change culture and bring people around water cooler talk. We were moving away at that point from just sports being that, and it actually becoming about pop culture and things that were going on and things that were happening at events. So that Twin Peaks was an event at that time. That was a thing. So excellent choice.
I thought it was more before its time, though, because, it really got the cult following. Because initially, I think it did well initially with the ratings. I mean, forgive me, I'm not exactly sure, but I know after its run, that's really when it took off, and people were like, "Wow, we missed out on a great thing here."
Yeah, well, before we get to the next sentiment on this, because I really like where this conversation is going, I want to announce the first nominees in the first category, which is Best Audio in Podcasts. And the nominees are Behind the Bits Podcast, The Showboys Podcast, PVD Cast, Entertain This Podcast, Within the Head of Fred Podcast, and the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric. Congratulations on the nominees.
Congratulations, y'all. This was a glorious time listening to all of these with Best Audio, because there's nothing better than actually hearing people sound right. It's nice. So well done to all the nominees.
Yes. Agreed. So now I'm going to go right into the next one because they're more technical awards. And then we'll get to.
Wait. Are we burning the technical awards fast and early, just like the other award show that we're not supposed to be discussing? Apparently.
Listen.
Oh, you can't use the word.
Just shut up, Casey. Stop calling me out. All right. Best Production Value Award goes to Casualty Friday, The Fandom Effect, Monster Movie Happy Hour, Today in Space Podcast, Entertain This Podcast, and PVD Cast.
Congratulations to all the nominees. Super stoked for all y'all.
So, and then Casey had to call me out, though. So, yes, we are. All right, so keep going. What's going? So, I said the moonwalk, which nobody talked about whatsoever. We've lost.
Well, no, it was a thing. I mean, I think Michael Jackson's hair being lit on fire was equal level.
That was the Pepsi commercial. That was.
Yeah. And guess what? Everyone drank Pepsi.
That's true. True. Would you say that the 80s were dominated by Pepsi?
Yeah, because you had Crystal Pepsi as well, which was destroyed by normal Pepsi because they went, hey, our drink sucks. Let's make another drink that sucks more. And then you're going to drink this one that sucks less.
But you also had New Coke, and that didn't really do too well either, though. So
no, not at all.
Yeah. The New Coke was so close to the original formula that it did nothing.
So the cocaine was involved?
Crystal Pepsi was literally... I don't know how you take the caramel out of Pepsi.
Yeah.
I will say this. Nicholas brings up a good point. Steam for computer games. A way to get together and launch games. I love that.
Very true. Nicholas, I'm back. I'm right with you 100%.
That was definitely for the gaming community. For anyone watching Twin Peaks now, you have to remember there was no X-Files Bones, similar show.
Yes.
This was the first like it. It was something completely different. Yeah, it held that supernatural show, and we would have never gotten the best supernatural show of all time, Baywatch Nights, without it.
Oh, God, what a fantastic show. Love that show.
So James just joined us, and he missed the fact that he was nominated. So I'm just going to throw it up there real quick before I go to the very next one. James, the Ear Hustling Podcast was nominated for Best Audio in Podcast. So congratulations. Now you guys should know. Pepsi had a whole military fleet. Yes, and actually, before we talk any more about that, Cam, you don't say anything. Go over to Mystery Podcast. They talk about that in one of their episodes. You can mention the episode. But the next up in the nominations are the Best Business Podcast, which is Stuck in My Mind, Successfully Chaotic, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast, the Psychedelic Podcast, and Business Acceleration Playbook.
Dig those. Super excited with this category. I was very happy to be able to dig into some best business stories and learned a whole bunch of stuff, which I summarily forgot. So it's awesome.
I listened to a lot of those too, and they're very informative.
Very.
Yes, they legit are, and it's wonderful. They've been very, not just informative, but helpful in doing all of this.
For you especially, bro, because, I mean, I'm just a moron who comes in here and says funny things and wears wacky shit, so.
That's right. But I should mention that there's we capped off at 6. So it's not that, if your show isn't in the nominees, it wasn't that it wasn't submitted for this category. It's that we took the rankings, we did all the averages. Like, trust me, I had to do math for this. And I was...
You okay? Are you sitting down?
You went to high school with me. You know how I do with math.
Yeah, but I know. That was my concern.
Yeah, like you got to make sure you're not standing up for that.
I know how to do it. I just don't like doing it.
See, I just get so excited with spreadsheets. I loved this part.
In fairness, though, Mike was pretty smart because Mike would be like, you know what? Let me just take the easier classes. So he got like straight A's, and why really have to like apply himself in the harder up classes? So in the grand scheme, it definitely helped out the GPA there.
Yeah, exactly. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did.
Nicholas, if you message me on Facebook at the Scene Snobs, I will make sure that you get a list.
What's up, George? I'm so glad to see you in the Scene Snobs family, man. Liking and joining the conversation, George. It's great.
No, George is fantastic. We battled against George, and there's an episode you can watch and find out how we did.
I appreciate him watching, but he has a reason to be here, and we'll get to that.
Oh.
So, Kathleen says, "Thank you for doing the math. Not all heroes wear capes." It's true. And I make spreadsheets for fun. Oh man,
me too, Nicholas. Man, that's how I organize my life. It's just better that way.
It is true. It is true. All right, and the next category we have up is Best Creative Podcast, and the nominees are Talking Upstream, Mystery, Silicone Angels, and Monster Movie Happy Hour.
I love all of those.
I'm going to put that
honestly. I'm going to say right now, Best Creative does not mean that your podcast was not creative. If you're not in this category, it just means they were better.
No, shut up. Stop slamming people down. It's because they are based in the creative world. So like they all step out to, into a creative way. Monster Movie Happy Hour works a lot with, they make a different drink each episode. They create a different drink, which in my opinion is an art form. And every bartender except for Casey would tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's not an art form. You just tell me a color, I'll make it taste good.
That's true. He was good at that. Because I would just be like, blue drink, and then it would just taste good. But anyway, I digress. Let's go on to the next one. The Best Comic Book Based Podcast, which is one of my favorites. It is the PVD Cast, Blurticorn Speaks Podcast, Comic Book Couples Counseling, The Con Guy, and The Fandom Effect.
Yeah, getting granular like this and finding out that everyone is just brilliant when it comes to their comic book understanding and what a child I am was very difficult. It caused some issues. I had to meditate a lot. But congratulations to our nominees. Super excited.
Great show.
I am very. That was a tough one too because there's a lot of great submissions on that.
Oh my god!
What? What's wrong with you?
What's going on?
There's an assault in Gerard's house.
Is the roof leaking?
No, I'm going to have to beat up kids. That's what's going to happen.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, welcome to my world, bud.
I literally just put them to bed, and all I hear across the floor is.
Oh, poor Jason over here. I made it. Jason is brought to you by Manscaped.
Yeah, half of Jason is. He's the best Two-Face ever.
But he's actually
he has manscaping to do.
He does. Remember, promo code BTB Crew.
Yeah, Mick just manscaped me.
Yeah, with his eyebrows.
I got to put his back. I feel bad for the poor guy. What am I doing over here?
I don't know.
It's putting me over places.
That's what happens when you start paying attention to the random guy who has to deal with kids who won't go to bed.
Also, I do want to point out, because we are on screen, when I said "Welcome to my world," that was not the beating. That was the kids running around like crazy.
So he says.
Yeah, right. First of all, if I wanted to, which I don't, I would have to catch them first, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're working on it, because the fitness snobs says that we're working on catching people.
It's true, but I can't. I can lose all the weight and still not be as fast as them. I run like a squid.
He does. Truth. Seen it.
And the best discussion panel podcast nominees are
nice.
3 Geeks Podcast, the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric, Nerds Doing Nerd Things, the Canned Air Podcast, the Hippie Speedball Podcast, and the Con Guy.
Congratulations, all of our nominees. Super excited. The best discussion panel. Everyone discusses, and all of these people talk better than most.
I'd like to thank God for my nomination and my mom.
Yeah, it's weird having an actual nominee on the show. I feel uncomfortable.
You are
no favoritism whatsoever.
I don't need to win that category. It's an honor to be with those shows.
How is there favoritism? The judges don't work for the Scene Snobs.
Yeah, valid.
That's right.
So it's not like they listen to the shows and they're like, "Yeah, we know he's on the Scene Snobs." Like they don't. Actually, they learned a lot of new shows through this, and were very pleased. They were very happy to find new shows.
Yeah, after my countless hours of sampling, just to make sure I didn't sound like a moron when I talk about these people, fantastic. It's just really good. There's a lot of good stuff. You're not a judge. A lot of good. No, I'm not a judge. I'm just a guy who, if we're putting them up on if we're putting our names alongside of them, you got to know. You don't want to be a complete asshole.
I'm going to tell you what, Casey. I'm going to be tearing you down a lot during this episode, and you'll find out why later.
Yeah, I'm used to it. It's fine.
I never tear you down on our shows. You shut up.
Oh, it's off the show.
No, shut up. That's not true.
Is this like Casey's always trying to cuddle with me and my guys?
Faces. All right, so here's the next one, and I can't believe that I'm going to do it right after Jason had to make a crack. The Best Geek Nerd Pop Culture Podcast Award nominees are 3 Geeks Podcast, Entertain This Podcast, The Fandom Effect, The Con Guy. I don't know why I put guy. I was very tired. Geek Talk, and Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
Again, congratulations to all the nominees.
Another great list of groups just to be with.
I will, I'm going to put it a little bit longer, just in case anybody wants to screenshot it, or I can send the cards to whoever wants them.
Fantastic group right there. Love every single one of those people. Just fantastic group. Love those.
They're truly game changers in pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except
Entertain This is going to be on our show this week.
We're all on each other's shows. People love us.
That's what we do. It's so incestuous. It's wonderful.
You are welcome, Funny Science Fiction Podcast. You guys are very good. Very good.
All of them.
Did we just talk about incest on the show?
Well, no, I said incestuous, meaning like there's a group of, you get it, words and stuff, Gerard, words and stuff.
SAT verbal up 10 points.
Oh my God. You know what? I wish we had a weird amalgamation podcast of how many podcasts has changed, and Lenny and I would be on it for BTB. I'll tell you that much, because the show has gone from so many twists and turns.
Put it lightly. That's all I'm saying.
Evolution is growth, right?
Evolution is growth. That's true. And we've added some great people. Primarily Gerard.
Yeah, he's the absolute champ. All of us are morons compared to him. Babes in the
I'm not here. You can't prove a thing.
You're right there. I can see you.
It's a figment of your imagination.
Your ambiance.
You gotta stop doing drugs.
Speaking of which, does anybody have any? No, sorry.
Easy.
All right,
Not July 1st.
Whoever I lose to will be hammered following. Okay.
I hope not physically hammered, because Fred, we don't
We'll be taking shots out of the trophy award. I send one to Casey, and then we should do shots during the show.
Oh my!
Out of the trophy.
I'm in.
Out of
just show them how we do it.
Trophy.
We can just show them. I'll be like, this is practice. This is what you should be doing.
The engraving goes right here, and it's going to be masking tape, and it's just going to say in pen.
This is we're highfalutin.
It'll be better for your certificate, but not for the trophy. Meet out back, Mick. Wait, why are we fighting?
No, I think he wants bro. Remember, because you asked about the thing.
Meat truck out back, you're buying meat.
Yeah.
Pinkies out. Pinkies out, everybody. Everybody gets trophy. You gotta have the pinkies out. That's right. Okay. I'm gonna power through the next 4 because the next 4 didn't have anybody else in the categories with them.
Well, hold on. They did. They simply didn't hold a candle to the ones that we've decided upon.
No, do not say that because that is not exactly what happened.
No, I know, but it sounds fun, right?
I don't want to be sued. No, I don't think you can be. But anyway, so the best history podcast, the nominees are Mythstory.
Woohoo! It's a great show, though. It is. I just listened to that for the first time 2 weeks ago when you had me broadcast it. It's fantastic.
And the best sports podcast nominees are Dueling Aces.
Yeah.
Hey, George.
The best science podcast nominees are Today in Space Podcast.
Woohoo!
And the best social issues podcast nominees are the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric.
Woohoo!
I need that on a repeating soundtrack. That sounds amazing, and I want to use it in one of my clips.
So I will tell you.
You can hire me.
That the chances of them all getting one of these are very likely in those categories.
Pretty good.
It's good.
Pretty good.
You won. Doesn't matter.
But the reason we're doing this is, and we discussed it, was because I want to have podcasts like, Best Paranormal Show, Best Crime Podcast, things like the True Crime Podcast, things like that. I want Best Wrestling Podcast. I wanted to have these as we go forward. Every year we can add on to things that are a little more arranged towards these podcasts because there's so many. And I wanted to have them this year. I didn't have any wrestling podcasts submit this year as wrestling podcasts. I didn't have any true crime podcasts. I didn't have any paranormal podcasts submit. So hopefully as we go forward, the word will spread and people will submit. And things will grow. So
but those will probably always win. Just saying.
Just saying. I don't. It's up to the judges panel.
Those judges are tough. By the way, you can send checks. We'll figure that out at the end. You know what? Let's not do that now. We'll figure out the whole money thing later. Let's not get weird.
Wait, what?
Let's not go French foreign press with this.
Damn it, Casey. You're in the penalty box.
Can rubber checks work? Rubber checks, anybody? Can we send those in?
Oh, no. You know what you can do? You can use the Usher dollars. You just have to find your nearest strip club.
What Usher dollars? What are you talking about? Hey, Lenny, remember that time we went to that strip club in Canada?
Yes, they had the coins. They started flinging the coins
because we had loonies and toonies up there. They don't have dollar bills, and they don't. And it's so they have loonies and toonies, and they were like, "No, we don't accept anything lower than the $5 equivalent or whatever they got." And all we had was loonies or toonies because we were going to a strip club and we had no idea. I did not throw it at the. I was just like, "This is what I got. This is what you got."
It's definitely an experience though, for what that was for $5 was completely blows down here in America out of the water. So,
well, Montreal, man. I'm just saying Montreal. Nothing else. Just Montreal.
No, London, Ontario, Canada. Nicest place ever.
Ooh, good to know.
Tina, are you complaining about being nominated for something? I love it. All right, on to the next. So the best, I have to read this really. Okay, here we go. The best comedy podcast. Nominees are Live from Detroit, The Jeff DeWaskin Show, The Freaking Awesome Podcast, Behind the Bits Podcast, Oops, Caught Me Smoking Podcast, Silicon Angels, and the Hippie Speedball Podcast. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
I have not heard
Yay.
Caught Me Smoking or the Hippie Speedball Podcast, but as soon as this is over, I'm checking them out because
Jason, I'm going to tell you right
They're
now,
good.
bro, the Hippie Speedball was fantastic. I was a big fan. That was a lot of fun. Oops, Caught Me Smoking is hilarious. Dan is brilliant.
So congratulations to our nominees in best comedy category. Montel, you're joining us. Montel was on the show last night. He's the host of the Blur to Corn Speaks podcast. Since you were just joining us, I will go back up and show the card again. The cardigan.
Nice. If only you had the sweater.
I wear a cardigan.
Blur to Corn Speaks is nominated for best comic book based podcast, sir. So congratulations. We're happy to have you as a nominee. Thank you for submitting. Well, actually, he did not submit. It was someone else from another show submitted his show. It was not me, because I did not submit anybody. I would have.
Nor did I. I'm just a dumb guy who sits here and tries to be funny.
There's the best comedies nominations again.
Oh, hush. Don't say
Wait,
that.
who? What? Where?
The show.
No,
Sorry.
Casey, he's just always down on himself.
You guys stop it. You're
Tina,
so nice.
don't worry. We're getting there, Tina. We're getting there.
She's oh, I love it. I love the stress level at 32 minutes now. It's like
Oh, yeah, we're at 32 minutes. Okay, everybody, guess what? Wait.
Show's over.
No, the show's over. I'm not naming anymore. No, bye.
I got dressed for 32 minutes. Come on.
No, you didn't get dressed for 32 minutes. We're at least on till right before the Jeff Dwoskin events Crossing the Streams.
Oh, I love that show.
It is a great show. Yes, so just to take a quick break and say that this show is brought to you by Manscaped. Guys, do you have problems with your balls? Are they too itchy? Are you a redwood in the forest? Tell me, Gerard. Tell me now. Are you a redwood in the forest?
Not anymore. Now,
Like a fucking pro.
Not anymore. You had that smile and everything. All right, I'm going to give you the flashlight. Oh, no, I turned. Yeah, the flashlight salute for that. Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm smooth as a baby's bottom. That's probably the Pro Choice Awards for shaving my balls.
Yeah.
I'm
Could have
smooth.
gone elsewhere.
No.
I'm smooth as my bottom.
The baby bottoms
That
are
works.
pretty smooth in that area too.
I will tell you that this amazing product is the Lawnmower 3.0. Comes with the perfect package. Support for the show is by Manscaped for BTB Podcast, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. We have an exclusive offer for my listeners, 20% off and free shipping with the code BTB Crew. That's BTB at manscaped.com. So make sure you are going and getting your stuff together. It's a great gift for Father's Day. It's a great gift for Mother's Day. It's a great gift for birthdays. It's a great gift. And, actually, we have a friend that's getting married soon. And well, 2 out of the 5 people here were in my wedding. Tell me this wouldn't have been a great gift for the groomsmen. This would have been a perfect gift for groomsmen.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly would have loved it years ago if my balls were shaved. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, when it mattered. Now I'm more of like I got a sweet cigarette case out of it.
So most of us are married, but 2 of us aren't. So guys, just remember, when you put together your groomsmen, get them this. This is what you need. And
when you put them together, help them get together.
Oh,
When you put your groomsmen together, make sure they're groomed.
I'll never have groomsmen again.
Groom your groomsmen. That's it. That's the way it is.
There it
On
is.
this day in history, we learned a little too much about
Valid,
Thank
Chris.
you, Chris Sales.
Absolutely.
You need a new partner with the Moist Collective, aka umoist.com. I don't know who wrote that, but it's funny.
I love that word for no
Moist.
reason other than moist.
Most people hate that word.
Yeah,
That is
why
the word.
why is it such a bad rap? Like,
I don't know.
Because it's moist.
I don't know.
Oh, they do. Nicholas brings it up. I also like the nose hair trimmer. They do. They have this is called the Lawnmower 3.0. They have the Weed Whacker, which is a nose hair trimmer. It is awesome, and you guys should get it with promo code BTB Crew.
Does it also help with like the hair and holes? So like,
yeah,
hair and holes.
Yeah, no, it's just everything just
cleans right out.
Holes. Just whoop.
Yep.
Cool. Just
all the hairy bits.
Nothing says, "Hey guys, I really appreciate you." Like ball shaving razor. Hey, listen, we have 5 guys right here who are friends talking about it. So you don't tell me that you won't talk about it with your groomsmen.
Totally true, and it's Facebook user, so they're completely anonymous. Could be dude or chick. Probably should like But
what are you gonna get? Like the groomsmen, the boring flask, the boring watch. I mean, you gotta spice things up a little bit for these guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, be uncomfortable about. We talked about it on Easter. Me and my family, Manscaped.
I mean, tons of guys go to weddings to pick up the drunk chick who's not getting married that day.
Oh
who has to get lucky also. So, what better way to continue the use than
2 o'clock.
All right, let's bring up the next nomination.
Next nomination.
Let's use code BTB Podcast. So, best live show podcast, 3 Geeks Podcast, The Con Guy, The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, The Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric, Nerds Doing Nerd Things, The Psychedelic Podcast. Congratulations on all the nominees.
Yes, thank you so much, and congratulations to these nominees. Big fan of all these shows. They're crushing it, knocking out of the park, and we are happy to honor you here on the Snobbies.
Another great list.
Funny Science Fiction Podcast says, true talk, never been a matter of conversation with my friends. Well, then they're not friends. They're acquaintances. That's what you got to get through your head. And Nick knows what he's talking about. All right. So Jimmy Star Show says, laugh out loud. And he says, yay, congratulations.
Woohoo!
Nominated. That is awesome.
Congrats.
The hippie ball. I really appreciate all the love, you guys. Yes, well, you earned it with a great show.
Yeah, I mean, everybody here who is commenting along, I mean, thank you from Jimmy Star, Ron Russell is fantastic. You guys are amazing. Every single one of the people who have been nominated is because y'all doing the work. Y'all are doing it, and we just want to honor and appreciate every single one of you because it's fantastic. We all get, our ears feel better, our brains become more alive, all because of the work you've done. So kick ass.
So I can't read the next one because it's too small. Oh, pre-recorded. Best pre-recorded podcast. Best pre-recorded show podcast.
We're professionals, honestly.
The nominees,
production value.
They're called the Snobbie Awards. Cut me some slack.
Because we're snobs and we're
snobby. We're better than everyone because we just know. Okay?
Sure.
No.
I'll be out on the foyer. All right. Best pre-recorded podcast is Entertain This Podcast, Monster Movie Happy Hour, Casualty Friday, Canned Air Podcast, Today in Space Podcast, and live from Detroit, The Jeff Dwoskin Show. Congratulations to all the nominees.
Super excited. Love all the effort put in. Pre-recorded and live. It's kind of weird because we're podcasts, but score.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm very appreciative of it. So let's power through. It's 8:37. We still have quite a few to go.
Yep, let's do this thing. Let's nominate this award show.
Talk about anything you guys want to talk about except your balls.
Well, that list got short.
Well, that cut out everything.
Yeah. Now we don't know what to talk about.
Game changers in pop culture. Oh, or the best horror podcast award. What are the nominees
for best horror podcast are
Monster Movie Happy Hour, Casualty Friday, The Witching Hour, Geek Talk, Some Nobody's Review, Lovecraft Country.
You know, I'm fine with you talking for me, but not over me.
Oh no, I purposely did that.
He had a little pizzazz to the flavor there.
I muted him. Wait, can he not unmute himself? I thought he could.
No, you can't.
I could, but no, I did out of principle.
Oh, you didn't?
I chose not to.
Fair enough. So let me pull that back up real quick again. So congratulations to all the nominees in Best Horror Podcast. That is awesome. These are great shows too, so everybody check them out. All right, where do we go from here? Jimmy Star is a huge horror fan, so you might want to check out some of these shows. They're great. All right. So next one, the Best Interview Show Award. Are we ready? You think you know me. No. Who wants to... why don't you read this one off, Gerard?
Sure. And the nominees are The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Live from Detroit, The Jeff Dwoskin Show. Nowhere to Go But Up the Podcast. The Fandom Effect. The Sunday Night Army. And The Geek Talk.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good, sir. Congratulations to all the nominees.
I don't know who that was.
Casey went from Madman to Sadman with that mute. No, I did. I thought he could unmute himself. I figured he'd come back strong. Casey, don't you be quiet. I have something for you.
I'm just being a gentleman. I don't want to talk over anyone.
Oh, I do not get mad. You know, he's not gonna. You know what? Get mad. I want you to get mad because something's coming, and then when it comes, you're gonna be like, red face. That's what's gonna be, red face. That's right. All right. Anyway, where are we?
Love the coffee mug, by the way, Casey.
All right, isn't it, Monty?
I love it. Yes, love it.
Len, you want to read off the next one?
Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Best movie TV based podcast, and the nominees are Comic Book Couples Counseling,
Woohoo!
The Freaking Awesome Podcast,
Woohoo!
Casualty Friday,
Woohoo!
The Three Geeks Podcast,
Yeah!
Monster Movie Happy Hour,
Woohoo!
and finally, the PVD Cast.
Yeah!
Congratulations to all the nominees.
Yes, it's a great list again.
Madman is the only one with half Windsor.
Exactly. He knows because it's not a full Windsor because that's way too much effort.
You know what pisses me off about that, though? All right, here we go. So he asked me before the show, he goes, so are we doing suits or tuxes today? I was like, no, let's save them. I was like, I'm not in the mood to get ready. And I put on my golf shirt, and he still looks way better than me.
All right, time out, Chief. First of all, it's the only press shirt I had. So, of course, I'm going with purple. I'm mid-move, and I'm like, yeah, I went with lilac because I love lilac. And
You
then,
look good in lilac.
well, of course I do. It brings out my thighs. But then I also went with my gold tie because my gold tie, I feel, really balances everything and makes it. This is a special event. This is special. We're cheering people on. We're praising people. We're giving people a lot of love here. And I wanted to try to pretend to be as good looking as possible.
Wait, what did we just do? Oh, movies and TV podcast.
Movies, TV.
All right.
Just means that you're a royal part of the family now.
Oh, my goodness, I am. I didn't even think about it. Gerard, you stop it.
They're racist.
You'll flirt you.
Those royalty members are racist. Didn't you hear all the news?
No, not the Romans.
No, not the British royals. The other ones.
Yeah, the good one.
Okay.
No, what was that
Yeah,
whole
the good
Oprah
one.
interview about? I never actually ever looked into it.
I fucking love you, Lenny.
I know.
It was a social thing. Don't even worry about it. It was like a
I don't know.
shitty experiment.
I don't even know what that's about. So
Yeah.
We've had like 9 shootings since then. We've had like I don't
It's
know
Oprah.
terrorism.
Now see, if there's a voice for setting up like TV talk shows for how they are and just people being out there, Oprah was a trendsetter for that. So you can look at that. You know, she was the
That's a
original
real one. That's a
Dude,
real
You know, I would say
That is
Oprah,
amazing.
you know, because look at all the shows that came after her, but she was always top tier because she was professional, but she would also have fun with her shows too, but she would always keep it legit.
Yeah,
And
no,
she changed
legit.
the game with hers. She changed the game because she started out as one of those Geraldo,
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah.
Donahue, like where it was controversial. And she had to start out that way. And then when she got her show, but she changed it up and said, no, this is going to be a talk show.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I'll get Len, that's a really good one.
But even,
for real.
And even so, like kudos to Oprah, which I always admire. And I think she started in Chicago as a small town, like for the city.
Yeah.
And then
She
expanded.
started as a
worldwide.
newscaster.
Yeah. So it wasn't like she even like boom, like, you know, started off big wig. I mean, she had to build herself up to
And then she
empire.
got her own channel. She got her own magazine. And those are the things like we're watching Gwyneth Paltrow. We're giving so much love to Gloop. And yet, the truth is, Oprah did it all first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yep. Damn, that's
so
strong
Real
as
men
crap.
wear lilac. It's a wonderful color for you.
Thanks, everybody. Oh,
Very
man.
fancy. Did Casey say I or thigh. He said thigh.
Oh, thigh. No, it brings
Thigh.
out my thighs.
Like
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah, my legs. Yeah, it's very important to me that my thighs are accentuated with every color I wear.
Lilac and Steven Tyler's microphone close.
And this. Oh, funny sci-fi.
Nice.
You got me again.
I wanted to wear a bandana, but they told me I can't hide the hair or the eyebrows.
Well, you can't because you have both the hair and the eyebrows, bro.
Madman, my favorite tie knot is the Eldridge knot.
Gosh, it's so gorgeous, but it takes so much time. It's an investment, Nick.
I feel like I have to like YouTube some of these ties here, how to tie them. Jeez.
Oh, dude, there's plenty.
Really good in lilac. It pairs nicely with his Knight's Watch ulti kilt.
Yeah, utilikilt. That is utilikilt, meaning that there are pockets versus my Knight's Watch kilt, which is not. It is a standard traditional kilt.
I will say this. If he's going to wear a kilt, you know what would be really good for that? Get the man a Manscaped razor to keep it clean down there and keep it airy. And it just use promo code BTB Crew.
And when wearing it traditionally, it's the most helpful.
That's true.
Yes.
Oprah started in Baltimore first and moved to Chi-Town.
Yep. Thank you, George.
Oprah's real Chicago rep, but cannot be choked with the Eldridge knot. Manscaped with lilac and gold, definite thigh enhancing. I've seen Casey's thighs. They don't need to be more enhanced. Trust me.
Well, you know what? That's one opinion, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you.
I will give it to Casey. He does help himself in many ways with how he dresses and how he does things. And you can also help yourself to admit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going into the commercial. But best self-help podcast nominees are the Psychedelic Podcast, Nowhere to Go But Up Podcast, A Juicy Pear Podcast with Sean and Wendy, Successfully Chaotic, and Stuck in My Mind.
Congratulations to all of our nominees.
Great list.
All right. So let's get right into the next one, because the next one is the best mental health podcast podcast. Ooh. And that is, the nominees are Nowhere to Go But Up, Focused on Forward, the Sunday Night Army, Stuck in My Mind, and the Psychedelic Podcast.
Awesome.
Congratulations, nominees. Super stoked for that tier. We just have so many great podcasts out here. Just so many great listens. And even if they don't win, everybody should be listening to every other podcast because everybody's phenomenal.
And we have two more main categories to announce tonight, but it is 8:46, and I have a feeling the second we announce them, we're going to go from all of these wonderful viewers down to zero.
No, have faith in our listeners.
No, they're
with Lenny's face here. Lenny's face is here, man. We're good. Yeah.
Lenny, you're looking good, buddy.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you.
Everybody's looking good. Everybody looks great. And actually, Lilac does work on you, sir.
Jason especially. Look at Jason. Gosh, look at that. He looks so manscaped.
That's called nature right here, actually.
Ooh. Well, nature like confused me with a fetish. So what's up?
I also got to say that the names of all these podcasts are amazing. People have some very interesting names.
Nick, did you say I look like Picard?
Better than
Picard going.
How about that?
My daughter used to walk around with a Picard action figure when I was at work and say that her daddy was walking around the house with her the whole time I was gone.
All right, so the next nominee is...
I know the cute story.
I can't cry. Go to the nominee list.
I'm sorry we can't have like the deep impact flowing hair like Mick over here, but you know, it's like
you son of a bitch, you had to bring that back, didn't you? You had to bring it back on live show. On a live show, you bastard.
Notice people, I did not get muted yet, so
I can't mute you. You're one of the hosts.
Mick knows he's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I can be.
No. You can be because you're the madman.
Well, I don't count. It's fine.
Oh my God. You son of a bitch. I can't wait. You're going to eat so much crow in just a few seconds. All right. So the top two categories we got going are the Best Podcast of the Year Award, and the nominees are Casualty Friday, Comic Book Couples Counseling, The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Canned Air Podcast, Geek Talk, and Stuck in My Mind.
Great.
Woo! Congratulations to the nominees.
Nice. Super excited. What a fantastic list of nominees.
I wanted to do a verbal drum roll, but I didn't want to talk over Mick. So
Well, you don't want to get muted.
You son of a... You're going to eat so much shit in just a second. I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait. You're reading the next one. You're reading the next one. In fact, I'm taking off because Mr. Jeff Dwoskin doesn't understand why it's all about ball shaving, but I'm going to take that off for a few seconds. And we're just going to go right into the next one, which is Podcaster of the Year. Casey, take it away.
Podcaster of the Year nominees are Jimmy Starr, Jeff Dwoskin, Fred Carroll, Rebecca McKendry, Mariah Daniels, and
Maria.
I think there's a misprint.
Son of a bitch, eat that crow.
There's a misprint. Bro, someone fucked up and put my name in this list. Why did you put my name in this list? That's not right.
Because the Podcaster of the Year award was chosen. We are not judging the winners, but they were chosen by Casey and I. We each chose ours. We figured out a plan to put them together.
Yeah.
And I think that Casey deserves to be on this list.
And I think you're full of shit.
I agree with that statement.
I like that sentiment. I agree with it.
I agree. That's why we're all trying to get Casey on our shows.
It's crap.
Eat that fucking crow.
It's crap. It was a mistake. Kathleen, it was a mistake. There was a mistake. We need to recount.
No.
In fact, you know what? We can't certify these results for another 37 days.
Jimmy,
Casey,
Steve Harvey had nothing to
riot
do
to
with
Mix
this.
House.
Jimmy, calm down. He was nominated. Calm down.
Well, I am happy that my name, in fact, I'm overjoyed that my name accidentally wound up on that list. That is fantastic.
No,
that is glorious.
I put this name on the list. I have been podcasting for 10 years this year. Casey this is his 11th year podcasting. The man has done it all in podcasting. We've worked together very closely for many years. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to be a moderator. He knows how to be the second mic. He knows how to be the third mic. He knows how to be at any point what you need him to be. He's also a hustler, as in he hustles the shit out of getting the work done. He does his research. He gets so much stuff going. So, Casey, I believe you truly deserve to be on that list.
That is the most sentimental thing I've ever heard you say.
And that's
I
the
feel
last time
very uncomfortable right now.
All right, I'm going to change it up.
Everything is weird.
I'm
Can you please insult me? Could you please do something?
Cry your stupid eyes out and eat that damn crow.
You're all miserable. I love you all.
I've only met you once, and I think it's totally accurate.
No, see, Kathleen right there. Kathleen's already better than me. I met her. I had her the other day. She was fantastic. She's phenomenal. She's special. Go with her.
Casey, just accept it because all the people on that list, and that's not taking anything away from anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. Because every name on that list was far and away better than me.
And don't go that route. You don't have to make everybody out to be better than you, but everybody works hard. And they're not the only one, not only the people on that list, but everybody on that list really went about this past year building and elevating people up in the podcast community in a big way. And we appreciate them. That's why we put that list together of Podcaster of the Year and really helping each other. And Casey,
so my nominees were all phenomenal because all of my nominees were people who are actually like good at this.
Okay, but
so
Casey,
I don't know how
the nominees you put forth were phenomenal. How many of them were me?
Because Mick, you also are a showrunner. So if we wanted to do showrunner of the year, or maybe like producer of the year,
I cannot be nominated.
I can't be nominated either. I'm supposed to be a presenter.
You're a presenter. You're not. I'm the producer of the show. Shut up. Do what I want. My show.
The winner is me. Wait a minute.
Gerard wins. Gerard won.
So that's can we just declare him the winner now? No, Casey's not declared the winner because we don't get to pick. Actually, how about this? I'm changing up the rules again because I'm a game changer.
Oh no.
The game changer award goes to no, I'm game changing right now, and here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna have the judges vote, but I'm gonna put on our Facebook and Twitter a poll of everybody who is nominated for Podcaster of the Year. Just that one category, Podcaster of the Year, and we will listen to everybody's votes.
Yes, I like that. That's brilliant.
That may not be like, so if say Casey is the winner on it, we still have to factor it in with the judges' decisions and stuff.
Could we also check timelines to make sure everyone wasn't drunk when they were voting?
No, drunk voting still counts. You still
Nick
voted.
makes the rules. Deal with it, Casey. I do, and I nominated you.
I would throw on like comments so you can see the comments to see if they were drunk then.
So I do want to congratulate everybody. Podcast of the year and podcaster of the year again. Oop, let me take Kathleen's comment off so that way we can see the names. All right, podcast of the year yet again is Casualty Friday, Comic Book Couples Counseling, The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Canned Air Podcast, Geek Talk, and Stuck in My Mind. All fantastic shows, and I urge actually everybody nominated tonight is a fantastic show, and I urge everybody to go check it out.
Absolutely. You will all grow mentally from listening to every single one of these shows. Everyone's fantastic.
And Podcaster of the Year, of course, nominees are Jimmy Starr, Jeff Dwoskin, Fred Carroll, Rebecca McKendry, who, if you do not know who Rebecca McKendry is, go learn who she is as a podcaster. Listen to her podcast. The woman is a genius, and she does great shows, and she hustles like everybody else on this list.
Agreed. She's fantastic.
Maria Daniels, of course.
Maria Daniels, wonderful.
Badass. Everybody's a badass on
Jeff
here.
Dwoskin, fantastic. I mean, Fred Carroll, love that guy. He's a Boston fan, so go Sox. Jimmy Starr,
All right.
glorious human.
All right. So now Podcaster of the Year was shortened by one.
Thank you.
Casey had to ruin it.
Well, 2 is Boston involved, so
Easy.
No, I have to take Casey.
Joking.
Oh, yeah, I have to take Casey Anstad off for that. Anyway, congratulations to everybody. That is our nominees in each category. I want to thank everybody for watching. We are going to be getting out of here. So please tune in on April 25th at 2 p.m. Casey and I are hosting the Snobbie Awards live from the not Hollywood. We will be doing virtual. We will be bringing on guests. We will have the winners figured out beforehand. And we may invite some of them to come and talk if they want to. But you will not know until the live show. We will have some guest presenters and such as we go along as well. So that congratulations to everybody who was nominated. Thank you all for watching tonight. I know Jeff is going to hate this, but remember to get your balls cleaned with promo code BTB Crew and get 20% off and free shipping with on manscaped.com. So again, thanks to everybody. And I will, oh my God, I got to put this up.
Hopefully not with a baseball bat. That's all. That's my concern. Like, what do you mean beat?
But Fred, do you want to reach your life goal this early in your life?
It's like a tier system. It's like a tiers,
Yeah. Okay, so maybe Jeff doesn't win any this year, but you'll have a chance next year to beat him. How's that? No, I don't know. I'm not making.
Was he gonna be like the Susan Lucci here of awards? Always losing,
right?
Yeah, we should make Jeff the Susan Lucci of the award. Every year he's nominated. Every year he doesn't get it.
17 years later, the streak is over.
Real quick, because we have a couple of minutes, I'm going to go through each card again so everybody can read them or take snapshots. I'm going to put like 3 seconds to it. So get ready.
Just start recording. Don't even take shots.
Best audio and podcast. Best Production Value Award. Best Business Podcast.
Yeah, I don't know why I have a voice actor on my show and I did all the talking. Jesus.
Best Creative Podcast. Best Comic Book Based Podcast. Best Discussion Panel Podcast. Best Geek, Nerd, Pop Culture Podcast Award. Best History Podcast. Best Sports Podcast.
How do you sound the same?
Best Science Podcast. Best Social Issues Podcast. Best Comedy Podcast.
You sound like the paperclip from the old computers.
Would you like to know more? Best Live Show Podcast. Best Pre-Recorded Podcast. Best Horror Podcast Award. Best Interview Show Award. Best Movie TV Based Podcast. Best Self-Help Podcast. Best mental health-based podcast. Best podcast of the year. Podcaster of the year.
And that's our nominees.
Podcast one more time, just for me, please.
Podcast.
Yes, very much. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. And we are the BTB. We're the Video Store crew. Well, this is the BTB Podcast. We're the Video Store crew. You can join us Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. live, where we talk about movies, mostly. So, and other fun stuff. But so just join us. Mystery says, you guys rock. Sorry I was late. My kiddo had trouble getting to bed. Thanks for everything.
Oh, I get it.
You guys all rock.
Oh, I get it.
Sales. Move over.
You guys are the ones who rock. You're the real heroes.
You're the support. Jeez.
I love it. Okay, with that being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. And remember to go check out Jeff Dwoskin Presents Crossing the Streams at 9:30 p.m. tonight here on the Scene Snobs channel. And yeah, we love that show. It's just truly fantastic. Thank you again, everybody.
Love y'all. Appreciate it. Be good to each other.
Stay safe.
And talk to you soon. And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening or watching wherever you're checking it out. This show is brought to you by our sponsor, Manscaped. Go check them out. They are saving our balls, and they can save yours too, or somebody you care about. It's a pretty awesome device, so go check out what they got, the Lawnmower 3.0, the Weed Whacker, and more. It's a great gift for Father's Day, birthdays, weddings, Snobs or BTB crew, either one. Head over there and use promo code SNOBS, SNOBS, and you'll get 20% off and free shipping. Also, we'd like to thank our super fan patrons. They are all Scene Snob family to us. They support us every month, and you can be one too. So head over to the Patreon channel, the Scene Snobs, and you can. It's $5 a month, and you can join in with helping support us and get the free perks too. Also, you can follow us on social media. We are on everything at the Scene Snobs, so Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We are on Facebook, the Scene Snobs. Everywhere. We have fun stuff always going on, always have contests and stuff, so go follow us, check us out. You can go to our link tree by going to thescenesnobs.com. There's our link tree, there's our Patreon, there is all of our shows and the links for all of that. So thanks again for checking it out. Just head over to thescenesnobs.com where everything is,